What it do, hombres? It's your boy, call me Gathan. Today we're going to be watching a video on Buzzfeed, and just by looking at the picture in front of it, or screenshot, there's two things that pop out to me. People share their emergency horror room stories, and then there's the Black People Play Black Cards Revoked Part 2. I don't know what the Part 1 was for, and I don't know why they need a Part 2. Is it funny? I don't know, it has like 60k views compared to the other videos. It's a bit lacking, so I don't think people like it, but let's give it a show. It might be a run along to the next one, you know, part 3. Might be better than the last two, who knows. Right, let's jump into it like my dad jumps into my bed naked.
Is that a black woman?
I'm taking your car whether
Is
they
it?
don't.
Is it not? Is it?
Pretty much like a black card is something that you're born with. Like if you're born black, you're born with a black card. It's a lot to do with your knowledge of blackness, and a lot to do with just really being black. Like once you're born black, you got a black card.
Born with it.
Yeah, like
I'm not 100% sure, but is it like how black people have bigger dicks than white people? Or is it just they can say the N-word now because slavery is over? Or is it because, I don't know, they're black and they got born black? I don't fucking know. That seems rather prejudiced personally. What happens if the white people develop a black card? Is that going to get revoked? Who knows? Is it like a bus pass? You know.
You're born with it.
gain. I feel like you gain it.
It's like puberty. Like you acquire your black card.
You're born with it. You don't necessarily.
So everybody starts with one.
Yes.
Okay.
Of the culture.
And with this conversation, I am so nervous that I'm going to lose it in front of everybody today because I don't even know if I have it, y'all.
You have a black card.
I went to a white school.
I did too.
Okay.
I also went to HBCU, so if I
did
fail,
not.
I'm
I
did not either.
sorry.
So is this like Cards Against Humanity, but for black people? I'm not 100% sure. I feel a bit brain dead, but who knows? I'm not black.
All right.
No pressure. All right, ready? Don't lose your cards, ladies.
Hanging on by a thread
I
here.
know. I'm stuck between B and C because I believe it was Joe Louis.
Same.
Because I think Muhammad Ali was
Don't personally know. I'm of an MMA kind of guy. It's more of a manly sport, you know. You can use your legs and shit and take people down other than standing and just throwing hands. It's much more entertaining, personally. On that note, big ups to my guy, Tyson Fury. Gypsy guy, did the boxing, he won.
fighting him, but I don't know if he was heavyweight.
What'd you put?
What'd you put?
Jack Johnson.
Jack Johnson.
Oh, see, I got.
Who'd you put? Muhammad Ali?
I don't know.
I'm going to go with B because I don't think he would fight Muhammad Ali if he was not in his weight category.
I'm gonna go see Muhammad Ali.
I'm gonna go with B because it sounds like something my dad might have talked about.
I remember my mom giving me a book about Jack Johnson when I was a kid, and that's one thing I remember. Now, if you tell me I was wrong and I just made that up, whoa. So tell me I'm right.
Jack Johnson.
Did I lose it? Have we lost our
We
cards?
all no.
Boom, boom.
I guess I'm getting mine took today.
Okay, so this is kind of hard for me. I'm not ignorant. I know, I know these authors and I know that book, but it feels like all those.
Why is J.K. Rowling not on that? It's a bit upsetting. And back to the God thing. Yeah, it's a yikes.
Oh, the first three could be
Yeah.
like it's a very same genre of like style of writing. I feel like.
I'm gonna go with D, even though I feel like it really could have been C.
I just put a card down.
Was it Toni Morrison?
I went with B.
Yeah, I went with B too.
I was so close.
Oh, look at that!
damn.
Look at that!
Shut up.
Zora Neale Hurston.
Look at God.
She's the GOAT.
What I was gonna say was that was one thing they kept preaching at Howard, and I was like, I cannot say the wrong author and say they've been preaching this at Howard. I'm doing good here.
You know the answer?
I do. Another thing we've been preached.
Are all those women?
I'm already bored of that video. It's not even remotely entertaining. It's just a bunch of people talking shit and about Black History. Must have been Black History Month. Fuck knows. Anyway, back to the next one, the whole room stories. It's got to be spooky. I'm banking on it.
And I see a hand reach down to me. I kind of reached up to it, and I kind of took that
Shit, God's already reaching down to give this guy a handy J. Yo, no way, dude. Epic, big fan.
as if it was, let's go.
Hey guys, I'm Kelsey Rose, and today I'm going to tell you my ER horror story. I was probably about 14 or 15. It was Thanksgiving,
And I had a heart attack because I'm a fat bitch. I feel like this is going to be like political shit, like, or I felt dead and then I saw God or some dumb shit. It's that type of stuff, but again, no one knows if God is real, but I doubt it, seriously, but you know, none of that religious shit. Back to the funny shit.
and we had just finished dinner. Everything was great. All of a sudden, I felt this really sharp pain in my tummy. So I was like in the fetal
When you realise you're pregnant and bump your stomach on the table. Fucking abortion. I'm joking. Why is she doing it? Did they really have to record her sitting in a fetal position in the toilet for the video? It's a bit of a yikes.
position in the bathroom. My mom comes in. Backstory, I hate the ER. I hate going to doctors. So when I told her I thought I needed to go to the ER,
When you hate doctors but you have the plague. Yikes.
she knew something was wrong. We finally go in and the doctor starts doing the initial exam. Very bluntly, he's like, are you sexually active? And I'm like there with my mom, you know, it's like very uncomfortable. I'm not pregnant because I knew that's where he was going with it. He's like, all right, I'm gonna do like some blood work, goes off. He comes back with a pregnancy test. So I did it. What does it say? Not pregnant. The doctor comes in again with another pregnancy test. We just want to double check.
Then he comes in with 3 packets of pregnancy tests just to make sure. We need that to be definite. So she goes to the bathroom, rips down her pants, does like a fucking machine gun spray in all of them. Turns out she's not pregnant. Then she has an abortion.
So again, go pee on it, not pregnant, boo, I told ya. So then he's like, all right, well, we're gonna take you in to get an ultrasound because we think you might have an ectopic pregnancy. And I'm like, I'm not pregnant. I go in and I'm like laying down and the woman just squirts the like gel on me and it's freezing cold. Like there's no, oh, hey, by the way, this might be uncomfortable. So they do the ultrasound. Oh, surprise, I don't have an ectopic pregnancy. At this point,
Oh, surprise. She just needed a really fat shit. Who would have guessed?
we're like 5 hours into this ordeal from seeing the doctor. So like 7 hours later, right? Then the doctor is like off his shift. So a new doctor comes in and he's like looking at the chart and I'm like, yep, not pregnant. He's like, all right, well, we're gonna do another ultrasound to see if your appendix has burst. You mean I've been like sitting in this ER with like an appendix that could have just be like rupturing? Then I go in for my
Yeah, because your appendix just is like a fucking volcano in it, you dingo. Yikes, people make me grrr.
second ultrasound with the same really jolly nurse. Guess what? My appendix has not burst, but this doctor was not convinced. So they're like, we're actually gonna keep you overnight. And I'm like, dude, it's 5 a.m. I've been here overnight. The guy goes, we're gonna
Well, aren't you just fucking woke, dingo? She's just trying to do a job. Leave it alone.
see in the morning. If you're not feeling better, we're gonna do emergency surgery. First, y'all thought I was pregnant. Now you wanna like roll me into surgery without confirming that like my appendix is burst. My mom quickly gets on the phone and calls one of her really good friends who's an ER doctor. And he's like, T.O., no way. In the morning, a new doctor
Yes, let's split her open like a banana and leave her there to rot. Because, you know, that just is what doctors do, funny face.
comes in. So it's been 3 doctors and he's like, okay, we're not doing emergency surgery. This is crazy. And by that time, my mom's friend who's an ER doctor shows up, gives me a bio-K. Turns out I'm all good to go because all I had to do was
Called it, you just needed really fat shit. Called in like the first few seconds. Easy shit, dude. Big time. Alright, next one. I'm done with this dingo.
Hey, I'm Rebecca, and this is my ER horror story. I was in college about 2 years ago, and when I got to English class, I saw that my teacher had a movie projected on the screen. I said,
And the movie that was projected was 50 Shades of Grey, but it's the explicit version where everyone just be sick in each other's vaginas and dicks, and then they proceed to fuck. So it's crazy shit, really.
Down and I start watching the film, but suddenly I start to feel this weird feeling. I think back to the sandwich that I just.
So I was like, that shit's not cool. So I proceeded to explode fucking vomit out my mouth. And it turns out the food was poisoned by rats with tiny ears.
Had before class. Am I gonna throw this up right now? Like, it didn't taste bad when I originally ate it. So I go to the bathroom just to be sure. I'm in the bathroom for a few seconds and then suddenly I lean over the toilet and I start puking. And I think, okay, I'm done with that. That was horrific. Let me just keep watching this film. Just a few seconds later, I start feeling nauseous again. Why? I felt like I got it all out. I run to the bathroom.
Then it turns out she was pregnant because last night when she was sleeping, her dad came in and fucked her. Who would have guessed? Fucking inbred. Inbred nonsense, man. Fucking disgraceful.
But at this point, I can't stop. I keep puking over and over and over. Could have a salmon sandwich actually caused this? I pull out my phone and I call my mom because she actually works at the ER nearby my house. She comes to pick me up from school and takes me to the ER. I still feel so nauseous, so I go into the bathroom of the waiting area and start puking. People start coming inside because I forgot to lock the door and they see me on my knees holding the toilet looking like death. Finally, the nurse comes and takes me to.
Finally, Nathan proceeds to bash his head against said toilet and ends his entire existence because you're boring as fuck and your story is shit. Really didn't need to be told, but I still sat through it and made me want to commit seppuku. Thanks for watching. If you managed to make this far, like and subscribe. Other than that, have a good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tips for dollar.
TMG on your walk, man. You ain't fucking with it, you can take a walk, man.
Take a walk, take a walk. You don't wanna push my buttons, take a walk.